Okay, so what I told you to practice is like this. So for this customer name, we have to make it multiple drop down. We have to see all these options also like this. So you have to make this region also like multiple values drop down like this. So like this, you have to practice for each and every filter. Like we have to show apply button. Okay, like that. Okay. So let me explain it. So in the last class, so tomorrow I will try to take completely revision only. So I will try to give some task to you in the class, just simple things only. Whatever we have discussed in the class, I will give the same thing, and we'll see like how much like we can understand. We are understanding the concepts. Okay. So let me open this. Hmm, okay. So just a second, I'll open my Tableau repository also. So in the Tableau repository, we will be having this data sources folder. Here we can see sample superstore data. Okay. Okay, mainly I told you, mainly we discussed in the last class. We have two types of data. Okay, so mainly we have two types of data, that is our row level data or non-aggregated data, that is which is coming from the database. And this non-aggregated data, we are using Tableau to aggregate this non-aggregated data. So, so how we are aggregating the data in the Tableau means very simple. We can simply drag any field into the sheet. By default, it will aggregate the data. Hmm? So just to make sure that like, so if you go to any sheet, so this is the data in general, which is coming from the databases here. You see we are connected to the database. We are using only one table here. So I can see the data here. So this is a row level data. Okay. So this is a row level data. So just to tell you, for example, I go for this customer here. I'm just going for this customer name column. Make it in a descending order, ascending order. So for example, here I can see a particular person, Anthony Jacobs. So Anthony Jacobs is it is a row level data, right? So he is coming in multiple rows. So Anthony Jacobs. So he is coming in multiple rows. Similarly, if you take this person, Brian Danish, he is also coming from multiple rows. So for each row, we will be having transaction data. So if I go here, you see, this is the each row in the database. Okay. So this is row level data. Now I'll simply go to Tableau here, simply drag the customer name into the row shelf. So Tableau automatically aggregating. You see now, this person is coming in only single row. Each and every person now is coming in single row. Now if you drag the cells into the text here, so this cells is aggregated using sum function. Okay. So Tableau will automatically aggregate the data when you drag fields into the sheet. So that's what we have discussed. That is the main thing we have discussed. And the next thing we have seen is like filtering the data. so we have two types of filtering. I told we can filter the row level data which is coming from the database, and we can filter the data after aggregating the data in the Tableau. That is called filtering the aggregated data. So we have seen how to filter the aggregated data, like using measures. So filtering aggregated data means filtering each row in the sheet. For example, I go to Tableau. You see, this is the aggregated data, right? Using summation function. Now I want to filter each row in the sheet. So what we have done, I just simply tell you, like you can go to sum of sales or filter the data. We have seen this one, at least at most option. So I want to see people who are having sales greater than 10,000. So I can see simply simply I can filter the data like this. So this is row level filtering. And further we also use the calculation fields. You can go through that one. And we have seen row level data, how to filter this row level data. Also, we have seen like using measures and dimensions, we can do it. So how to do that means, for example, you see Adrian Barton, his total sales is 14,000. So that means he has made multiple orders, which we can see in the database. So if I do summation of all those rows, it is giving, if I do the summation right here, you can see if you do the summation, it is giving 14,000. So I don't want all these rows. I don't want the summation of all these rows. So first I want to filter only those rows which are having sales greater than, like for example, 500. So then after filtering these rows, after taking the rows which are having sales greater than 500, after that only I want to do the summation. So for that, what I told, simply drag the sales into filter shelf. Just select the all values option. Just go to the all values means it will filter the row level data. Summation means if you select sum means it will filter the each row in the sheet. So like that we have seen. Okay, don't want to repeat that again. Now filtering using dimensions, I told you. Filtering using dimensions will be coming under like row level filtering. So I told you like I want to see the customer, a particular customer like Adam Hart only I want to display in the sheet. So simply drag the Adam Hart into the filter shelf. So it is most important for us to remember here. If you drag any dimension into the filter shelf, what are the options we are seeing? So that is very important. So first with general condition, you can see wildcard, condition option and top option. We are in general option. In the general option, I can see again three options: select from list, custom value list, use all option. Select from list means I can see the list of all the customers here. From this, I have to select a person. So just select none here. I want to display Adam Hart, right? Okay, just click on the Adam Hart. So it will be showing in the below one person out of 800 values select like that. We select, for example, one more person, Adam Schilling. You can see here 2 out of 800 customers are selected. So if we want to show these selected customers in the sheet, right, simply click on apply. Now you see I can see only those customers in the sheet. Okay, just go to see. Now I'm telling you one more option here, one more thing here. So in Tableau, they'll try to call sometimes two types of filters. So if I go to filter section, so basics of the filter, that is called normal filters and quick filters. So in sometimes interviews they will be asking you what is normal filter and what is quick filter. Okay, so normal filter means we can filter the data in the sheet, but this filter is not available to the user. Okay, so that is normal filter. That means if you simply use the filter in the filter shelf, this filter is not available to the user to change the data, to select the user, to select the customers. So this filter is not available to the user. So this is called normal filter. Okay, I want to allow the user also. User means what I said is like CEO or managers. I want the users also to change the or select the customers. Then what I can show is simply click on this filter, click on the show filter. Now the user also can change the values. So this is called a quick filter. Quick filter means user can quickly change the values in the filter. So that is called quick filter in the Tableau. Just remember, if you want to allow the user to change the filter values, then we have to show that filter, and that filter is called quick filter. Okay. Okay. Now my requirement is what are the values selected here, right? I don't want to show these values. Selected values I want to filter out. So simply edit the filter, click on exclude option, just click. See, whenever you click on exclude, those will be like strike out. So now you see, except those two persons selected, I can see every person here. So like this we have, like next whatever the filter you will select here, that person will be striked out. Like this you can see here. Okay. Now, so I think we have discussed already about this custom value list, right? I don't want to go for this again. You can go to that one. Now we will see one more filtering condition that is called wildcard option. Okay, what is the meaning of wildcard? When you just click on the wildcard, I can see few more options here. So first we will discuss about starts with the function, starts with the option. Okay, what is the meaning of start with? Okay, so I have so many customers here. Uh, some customers name is starting with A and some customer name is starting with B, like that, right? Okay. So I want to see only those customers whose name is starting with A. So simply click on start with function option. Just type here A and just click on apply. Okay. Okay, first filter, just now first remove this filter from the filter shelf. Drag again into the filter shelf. So you see, first general condition we can see, right? So if you are going for any other option, the first thing you have to remember is first select use all option. What is the meaning of using all means? As of now, we have 800 customers. When you select use all, right, in the future, if any new customers are coming, right, those customers also will be considered for this wildcard option, condition option, and top option. That's why we'll select use all option most of the time when you're going for this wildcard or other options. Now go for wildcard, starts with type A. Either you can type small a or capital A. That is not a problem. It is not case sensitive. You can type capital A or small a and just click on apply. Now you see, I can see all the customers whose name is starting with A. Okay, just type B here and just click on apply. Now I can see all the customers whose name is starting with B. So not only single letter here, you can type multiple letters also. Like if you, for example, if you click BAR, so Tableau will display all the customers whose name is starting with BAR. Okay, just click on apply. Now you see, I can see all the customers whose name is starting with BAR. So if you want to exclude all these customers, right, then we have exclude button also here. Okay. Now I have a one more function here. So okay. So in Tableau, we can achieve things using either calculation field or using options also. So this is the option we are having for start with. So the same thing can be achieved with the help of function also. So I'll tell you that function a bit later. Now just click on end with function. Just click on apply. Now you see, I have only one customer whose name is ending with BAR, like this. Okay. Now I click on contains function, just click on apply. Now I can see all the customers whose name contains BAR. So BAR contains means maybe in the starting of the name or maybe at the ending of the name, or maybe in the middle of the name. So this is starting of the name, this is middle of the name, maybe somewhere you can see some ending of the name also. Like that. Now what is the meaning of exact matches? Exact match means, so I am just looking for the exact customer whose name is BAR only. Just click on apply. Now I don't see any name here. Why? Because I don't have any customer name who is exactly BAR, like that. Okay. So like that we can use wildcard option. So just a second. Okay. So now we will see how to achieve the same thing with the help of calculation fields in Tableau. Okay. Just trying to take screenshot, and I'll try to paste that in the filters documentation. Okay. Now we'll try to achieve the same thing with the help of calculation fields also. I'm just introducing simple calculations. Go to create calculation field. So we have seen starts with, right? So we have start with the function is there. So you can see this is the start with function. So this start with function will take two arguments. You see, so whenever you click your mouse in the between these braces, it will show the syntax. So start with function will take two arguments, string and substring. Okay, string means I want customer name, and what is the meaning of substring means I want to you have to enter A or B, something like that. Okay, substring means I want to see all the customer whose name is starting with A, right? So you have to enter A here as a substring. So drag the customer name here. Second argument, comma, within single quote, you can enter A or B, like that, something like that. And just click on apply. So we just have simply created a calculation field only. Now we have to drag that calculation field into the filter shelf. Select true here. Just click on OK. Now you see, I can see all the customer whose name is starting with B. So like that, we can modify this calculation. Just edit. So this will generate either true or false calculations. So instead of starts with, I can use ends with function. I can use contains function, like that. I can use any function here. Exact match means we don't have any function for exact matches. So exact match how to do, like this. Simply customer name. I want to have Adam Hart. So Adam, like that you have to type exactly. That is the meaning of exact match. Just click on apply. So you have to spend more time on this. Okay, just just spend some time and just practice it. Just give me a second. So anyone have any questions? So I'm just simply pasting these options here, but remember, you have to remember all these, just remember all the options. Okay. This is how we can filter the data. So let me go to the documentation and we'll see. Okay, and now I'm going to one more sheet 8 here. So I'm simply drag the customer name here again into the row shelf. We'll see few more filtering techniques. Drag the sales into the text here. Okay, now So now what is my next requirement? What we will see here is like simply drag the customer name into the filter shelf. Now what are the other options we are seeing here? Just click on use all option. Before going to any option, just click on use all option from general. We have seen wildcard, right? Now we will see condition option. In the condition option, we are having three types. None option. None means if you don't want to use this condition option, just click on none here. I can use by field option and I can use by formula option here. Okay. First we will see what is the requirement. Then we'll come to here. I want to count all the customers. Just telling you, for example, I want to count all the customers whose sales are between 0 and 1000. Between 0, okay, let me tell you something. Okay, I want to see count all the customers. Just give me a second. Okay, 1 second. I'll go to documentation. So without any confusion, like I will go one by one. Okay, condition option. What is my requirement is like display all the customers having sales greater than 10,000. సో 10,000 కంటే ఎంతమంది ఎక్కువ కస్టమర్స్ ఉంటారో ఆ కస్టమర్స్ని డిస్ప్లే చేయాలి మనం సింపుల్గా. ఓకే, సో డిస్ప్లే కస్టమర్స్ హ్యావింగ్ సేల్స్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ 10,000. సో వెరీ సింపుల్, వీ హ్యావ్ అచీవ్డ్ దిస్ థింగ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ measure filters also. Okay, at the starting of this class I told you. So we can use this method also here. So in the by field, select sales here. So just click on this drop down. You can search for any measure like profit, sales, like that. You can any measure or dimension you can type here, search here. So select sales here. So what is the aggregation we have to use? Summation here. So we are getting this 886 because of the sum of sales. So under aggregation you can select summation here. So under condition, just select greater than or equal to option. Use 10,000. So what it will do is it will filter all the customers whose sales based on a particular field and based on particular condition. Okay, so it will filter, it will give only those customers whose sales are greater than 10,000 only. Just click on apply. Now you see, I can see all the customers whose sales are greater than 10,000. How to achieve the same thing with the help of measure filters? It is important. Go to measure, simply click on the filter option. Understand? We can see minimum value, maximum value. You can select at least, you can select 10,000 here. It will also give the same result. But with the help, same thing can be achieved with the help of condition option also. But in the condition option, we have we can achieve few more things. So I'll show you that one also. What are the things we can achieve here? Additional things we can achieve with the help of customer name means, okay, so I'm just duplicating this sheet. Click on the sheet 8, just click on the duplicate option. Now I can see sheet 8 of 2, just rename it to 9. What are the additional things we can achieve this with the help of this condition option means? Now my next requirement is, once you filter this data, how many customers are there now having sales greater than 10,000? You can count like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this we can count, right? Okay, without counting also, just go to bottom here, bottom of the sheet. I can see here 21 rows. I'm not sure you are able to see that one. Let me minimize this tableau. Now you see, without counting, I can see simply 21 rows here. That means we have 21 customers. My requirement is, we have 21 customers here, right? I want to display that 21 here in the sheet itself. I don't want to show the customers here, but I want to show this count here. Okay, so how to achieve this simply means, simply go to row shelf. You can remove everything from the row shelf. and you can remove everything from the sheet itself, but just have the filter in the filter shelf. So this is the filter where we have applied condition option. So sales greater than 10,000 customers only I can see. Now I want to count these customers, right? Very simple. Drag the customer name into the text here or row shelf, anywhere you can drag. Now I can see only those 21 customers here. Go to drop down, go to measure option. Simply use the count distinct function. So what this count distinct function will do means it will count how many customers are there. Simple. Now drag this into text here. If you want to show bar chart, you can show bar chart like this. Now you can see 21 customers here. If you want to display text, simply drag it to text label here. Now I can see 21 here. So this is called, just remember, this is called cohort analysis in real time. I did not remember exactly the spelling, but this is called cohort analysis. So for this cohort analysis, we can use this condition option. So very important topics, all these like, so we can use the same condition option, or we have one more concept in Tableau, which is called LOD functions. Okay, we have one more function, which is called LOD functions. So these are very important, like LOD functions also we can use for the same purpose. In the LODs, we have multiple types of LOD. We have three types of LODs are there. Fixed LOD, we have include LOD, and we have exclude LOD. But for this, we have exclude LOD also there. But for this particular scenario, we can use either fixed LOD we can use, or either include LOD we can use. So I don't want to discuss these LODs now, because we'll discuss this a bit later. But for cohort analysis, we can use this LOD functions or condition option. If someone is asking you what is the meaning of cohort analysis, what you say? What you have to say means, we want to count the number of customers or number of products, like that. You can use any dimension, but just remember we are discussing about customers. I want to, in general, cohort analysis means about discussing the customers only. Customers are sales representatives, like that only. Products only. Anything we have to count there, count. So I want to find, I want to show the customers whose sales are greater than 10,000. So apply this condition by dragging the customer name into the filter shelf, then use the count distinct function like this. So I showed you a different method here to count the customers, but the simplest method in real time we can take like this. Open new calculation here. So customer names, right? So if you simply drag the into row shelf, you will see simply all the 21 customers here. But I don't want customer names. I want to count all these customers. So simply use the count D function. So it will simply count all these customers. So we can discuss about this count D function bit later. Now we can drag that calculation for we created using count D function, right, into the text here. So it will simply show you the count distinct function, number of customers. So we use this mostly for the condition option and fixed LODs for the cohort analysis. So we just have counted total 21 members, but in real time, what we can do is like, out of all these 21 customers, how many customers are there across each region? Each region, how many customers? West region, how many customers? Like that, we can do that analysis. But but remember, don't want to go in depth here. So just discussing at the interview point of time. In the interviews, they won't ask more than this. So just remember. Okay. Now I want to tell you one more example based on the condition option only. Okay. So we have so many customers are there, right? So for example, assume that you are one of the customer to the Amazon. So what you do in general, what we do in January, I can make two orders or one order. In February, assume that I make one more order. Like maybe in the December again, I make one more order. So total how many orders I have made means three orders, right? So I want to show how many orders I have made. I want to show count of orders I have made. So for this, so we have one more dimension which is called order ID. If you drag the order ID into the row shelf after customer name, I can see Aaron Bergman has made three orders, one, two, three orders till now at different times. If you want to see those times also, simply drag the order date into the row shelf. You can see those orders also here. Sorry, those order dates also here. By default, it will show years only here. So you can click on this order name and just click on the exact name option. So when you click on the exact name option, it will take some time to display month, year, and day also, exact date also. It will take some time. Okay. Okay, so don't go for this option now. So if you want to see the dates also, you can see dates like that. But our main scenario here is I want to display how many orders made. I don't want to display order ID here. So this is three orders, right? I want to display three. Aaron Hawkins made seven orders. I want to display seven here. How I am saying directly seven means there is one simple thing is there. Simply click on the Aaron Hawkins. In the pop-up window, it will show seven items selected. That means seven orders are there like that. If you click on Aaron Bergman, in the pop-up window, it will show three items selected. That means three orders are there. Okay. So as I discussed earlier, we can use the count function here. So simply go to new calculation here. So I can use count distinct function here. I want to distinct count of order IDs. So this is calculation 5. Just remember, calculation 5 is giving you the distinct order IDs. Just click on OK. Drag this calculation 5 into the text here. So as of now, it will show only this is one order, this is one order, this is one order. It will show only one only here, but remove the order ID here from the row shelf. Once you remove the order ID from the row shelf, it will show the count of orders for each customer. 3 orders, 7 orders, 7 orders, like that it will show. Okay. Now here, where I can use the condition option means I want to see how many some customers made orders greater than 10. Some customers made orders less than 10, right? I want to show all the customers whose orders are greater than 10. Now what I'll do, simply drag the customer name. You can use two options here. So directly you can click on this calculation 5 filter option, go to at least option, simply type 10 here. So it will show all the customers whose sales are greater than 10 here like this. Arrange it in a descending order like this. So how many customers are there? 97 customers. If you come down here, you can see. So let me make it a bit simple. So I want to filter for, I want to see all the customers whose sales are greater than 15, let's say. Let's click on OK. Okay, only one customer we have. So let's make it like 12. 13. Let's say 13. Let's say, let's say 13. Yeah, so I have all these customers who have ordered more than 12 times in the entire career till now. They have ordered more than uh, 13 orders from the Amazon West Azure. So I want to achieve the same thing. You can click on the show filter. User can change this min value and max value. Maybe max value he can't change because we have that option like edit filter. We have to select a range of options here for that. Okay. Okay, now the same thing can be achieved with the help of condition option also. But in addition, with the condition option, what we can see, we can analyze the cohort analysis. Cohort means we have to show how many customers are there, like count of customers we want to show. We have 14 customers. So we can achieve that additional thing with the help of uh, that condition option also. Just duplicate it. So just remove the calculation from 5 from the filter shelf. Now I am showing the same thing with the help of condition option. Drag into the filter shelf. Go to use all option, condition option, by field option. Here we have to select this uh, calculation file here. So select calculation file here and greater than or equal to 13 orders I want to select. So see in the calculation what we are using, actually in the calculation we are using count D of customer name, right? That's what we are showing. So just click on apply. Now you see I can see all the customers here. But what we can do with the help of, in addition, condition means I can show count also here, count of customers also. So just go to row name, remove all these. So earlier we have created one function, right? Calculation for, which is counting the number of customers. Okay. So drag this customer name calculation for into the text here. It will be showing you count 14 here. Okay, for cohort analysis we can use. So let me modify this filter. You see here, I want to see all the customers whose orders made greater than 15, right? You can simply apply 15 here. Now you can see one customer is made orders more than 15, like that. So here we are using calculation 5 here, right? So what we are writing in the calculation 5? Count D of customer name. So without using calculation 5 here, directly I can write like this also. What we are in calculation 5, what we are writing? Counting the customers, right? Click on this drop down, select customer name here. And in the count, you can select count distinct. So you can use a separate calculation here to count distinct the customers, or you can directly write customer name here and count distinct also. Let's see, just click on apply. Okay. Sorry, we have to, sorry, in the calculation 5, we are using orders, right? We are counting the number of orders. So select order ID and we have to show the count distinct. Just click on apply. Sorry, just confused. So we want to show the customers count, we want to show count of order IDs for each customer, right? So simply select order ID here, count distinct of. Okay, so we have one problem here with this by field option. What is the problem here? Means here I can select maybe either greater than option, less than option, only one option only I can select here. But I want my condition is like this. I want to show order IDs between greater than 5 and less than 10, like that. So in that case, I can go for by formula option. In the by formula also, we can use the same condition here. Order ID and count distinct only we can see. So I can write count distinct of order IDs. So it will give you count of orders for each customer. So I can directly write like greater than or equal to 10 and like this also I can show. So same, first let me show you the same thing here. So greater than 13, whatever we have implemented here, I can implement the same thing in the by formula option also. Just click on apply. I got the same answer here. But we have a condition like this. I want to see all the customers whose sales are, whose order IDs are greater than 13 and less than 50. So you can write multiple conditions here in the by formula option. Okay. So you have only one customer. greater than 39, less than 15. Okay, so this is about condition option. So we can go in depth about this condition also. Like this is in depth actually, not more than that. But I don't want to discuss for more time. Just have these two scenarios. Just to make sure that practice these two scenarios. Very important. If you practice these two scenarios on the condition option, it is more than enough for the interview purpose as well as for the in real time also. If you get any scenario, you can do easily. If you practice these two things, these two scenarios here. Okay. Now I want to go for other option which is called a top option. Give me a second. Okay, let me discuss top option here now. Okay, what is the top option? Anyone have any guesses? What is the meaning of top option? We will be seeing this top in real time most in so many cases, right? If you take a class, if you take a class, which student got top marks? Top one student. Which student got who are the top second? Like that we can see this, right? So we can see top one, top two, top three based on a particular thing also, based on a particular measure also. You see, there is a top one student. He is top with respect to studies only. Like he got more marks. With respect to marks, he is the top one person. So the top one will vary based on the measure here. So he's the top one person in the overall marks. But if you take individual subject, for example, if you take Telugu subject, for example, a different student will come here under top one. So top one will be particularly based on a measure here, based on marks or based on a particular subject like that also it will vary. Okay, and few more example for top here is like this. I have different products are there. Out of all these products, which is top product with respect to sales, and which is top one product or top five products with respect to sales and profit, like that we have these scenarios. So I'll simply go to tableau here. So just drag the customer name into the row shelf and sales into the text here. Just arrange it in a descending order. Okay. Now I want to see top one customer only, who is based on which sales. See, for example, if you take profit here, for example, just double click on the profit. You see, uh, just arrange the customer name in a descending order based on the sales. So if you do like that, who is the top customer based on the sales? Sean Miller, having 25,000 sales. But if you just click on the drop down of the customer name, click on the sort option. So see here in Tableau, you see here we have descending order symbol, ascending order symbol. These symbols will work perfectly when we have only one measure in the sheet. Like this, only sales we have in the sheet, right? Then these descending order symbol will work perfectly. But if you have more than one measure in the sheet, Tableau will not understand based on which measure you want to filter the data. You want to arrange it in a descending order. That's why if you have more than one measure, simply we can go to this customer drop down. Simply you can use the sort option, or we have direct option also there. Just click and tab it. So if you see profit, for each measure I can see this descending order, ascending order symbol. For each field I can see ascending order symbol, descending order symbol. Okay, I want to arrange it in a descending order based on the profit. Simply click on this symbol. Now you see, based on the profit, Tamara Chand is the top one person. So when you are trying to find out top customers, first you have to identify based on which measure you want to find out top 5 customers, like that. Okay, so drag the customer name into the filter shelf, click on the use all option, go to top option. Okay, go to by field option, select top here. I want to show top 1 customer. Okay, based on which field you want to show? Based on sales I want to show. Okay, select sales here, select summation here. I told you, no, we can select sales, profit, like that based on your requirement. Just click on apply. Now you see I can see top 1 customer here. If you want to show top 5 customers, simply type 5 here. Click on apply. Okay. Now my requirement is I want to show sales in the sheet, but I want to show top 5 customers based on the profit here. Just select profit here, like this. So these are top 5 customers based on the sales, based on the profit actually. But in the sheet we are showing sales. So anything is possible here. Based on the requirement, we can do anything like this. So I'm telling you like in a bit faster manner maybe, but you have to practice the all scenarios what I told. You have select sales, you have to select practice, and you have to think for a while what is the concept here, like that. Okay. Okay. In the class we also have bottom students also, right? So you can select bottom here, bottom 5 customers based on the sales or profit, like that. Okay. And we can use more options also here. I want to based on the orders, based on the order ID. See, you have made 5 orders till now. I made only 1 order only. So like that, I want to see bottom top 1 customer who made who made least orders. So I can select order ID here. I can select count distinct of order IDs. Just click on apply. You see, this is the bottom 1 customer who made least orders. In the sheet, we are showing sales like that, but you can show order IDs also in the sheet like that. Okay, for now, select top 5 customers based on the sales like this. I want to achieve, so how many customers are there? Like 5 customers are there, top 5 customers. So I want to achieve the same thing with the help of formula also here. By default, it will show top 5 here. You can type 5 here. You can simply write sum of sales here under formula. Just click on apply. Okay, just remember like this. Okay, now one more thing in the real time we are getting, most important thing here is like, you see under 5 here, this is the top 5 we are using, we are selecting manually here. So 5 is a static value, right? Or 5 is a static value, or 5 is a manual entry. We are entering this 5 manually here. We have discussed in the previous class about parameters. What is the use of parameters? If you are using any static values in the calculation fields, those static values cannot be accessed by end customer, end user, CEO, like that. So if the CEO or if the user want to change this 5 value to 6, 7, like that, we have to use a concept called parameters. So I want to create a parameter here. So what you can do is simply click on this drop down here. So if you have already created a parameter, right, you can use that parameter directly here, or you can create new parameter also here itself. So click on the create new parameter here. Let's see, a window will be opened, I guess. Yeah. So a window will be opened with the new parameter like parameter 3. Data type is already selected, integer data type. Okay. So here I can select, the user can select these parameters like min value you can select 1, max you can select 100. That is range option. So let's keep as for now as it is. Under we are selecting range option here. Minimum range 1, max is 100. So what is the meaning of this? Means customer can select or enter values in this parameter between 1 and 100 only. He cannot enter values out of this range. So let's see that one, how it is working. Just click on OK for now. So parameter 3 is created. Now what will happen is, if the user is changing the parameter, right, parameter 3 here, that parameter value will appear here. Correspondingly, top 5 customers or top 6 customer will be changed. If you select 6 here, you can see top 6 customers like that. Just click on OK. Go to parameter 3 here. So whenever you create a parameter, that will appear in the parameter list here. So if you want to show it to the user, click on the show parameter option. So by default, it is coming with slider option here. So he can select top 19 customers like this, or you can click on this drop down parameter. You can simply select a type in option. When you select type in option, user can enter the values here. If you type 5 here, you can see top 5 customers. Okay, now let's see. I told you, right, this parameter is a selected range option. So you can select, for example, if we select out of the range, like if we select 200 here, just click on enter. Automatically it will show 100 only here. So under range, whatever the values you are giving, just edit parameter here. So under range, what are the minimum value, maximum value you have selected, user can enter only those values only. If we enter out of those range values, it will be redirected to these max and min values only. So instead of that, I can go for list up. List means you can give particular list also here to the customer. You want to select one or two. Let me show you 4, 5 like this. So this is list option. List means user can select only this list of parameter values only. Let's see. Just click on OK. Now just a single value list here. Now you see user can select either top 2 customers, top 3 customers, top 4 customers, only like this only he can select. He can't see other values. So that is about range and list options. So I go for all option here. All means user can enter any value. So user can enter 100, 200, 300 like that also you can enter. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Any question anyone have? Okay. So to find out the top 5 like that, we have one more concept is also there called sets option. But let's discuss the sets option and few remaining options tomorrow. Okay, so I want you to be perfect with what are the options we have discussed till now. I think we have discussed very few options only, but with multiple examples. And so I want you to be perfect with all the options what we have discussed till now. Okay, so it, it is a very easy to crack the interview in Tableau. Just to follow the class notes. That's it.